It's a different era. You have to accept it's a different era. People are different. Look, people are changing, and it's a really interesting, obvious sign that things that were super acceptable. And when was this? In Living Color, I want to say it was like 92?
90 to 94.
90 to 94, yeah. So that, the way you could do certain bits and what you get away with and put on television was just different. So I think that's one of the, probably one of the least understood things that's happening with us with social media is this rapid evolution of what's acceptable and not acceptable anymore. Yeah. And it's changing very quickly in terms of subjects, in terms of the way you approach things, in terms of obvious bigotry or obvious bias. It's all getting very highlighted.
Well, I think the big question is whether or not you see an artist as somebody who's taking their inner vision and putting it out, and you go for the ride or you don't.
Yeah.
Or are we supposed to be representing society in our stand-up? Or is it all supposed to be fair, balanced representations of different ethnic groups and genders? And it's when did it all have to become a morality tale? When did every depiction of every race have to be fair?
Yeah.
Can't you have an asshole who's black? Can't you have a killer who's gay without it becoming a depiction of that entire, subgroup?
The next one's a little harder. I want to see if you can guess who it is I'm doing an impression of. All right, let me get into character. You got to guess who it is, though. Okay, here it goes. Hey, if you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're fucking finished. Who's that? That's you. That's what the audience sounds like to me. That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time, because y'all niggas is the worst motherfuckers I've ever tried to entertain in my fucking life.
But what is it about comics? Do comics just bug you in general? Because I know you had a thing with Fenoya, you had a thing with Amy Miller, you had a thing with Patrick Melton, and you kind of go on these attacks, and they're stand-up comics, and it makes it, for a guy like me, who, look, I'm not fucking friends with everybody, but I look at it, if I worked at Chase Bank, and there's another person that works at this bank and they're being attacked, it makes it very difficult for me to be seen walking around my Chase Bank with you.
Yes, exactly. So I've known comedians for quite a long time. And so when I started bringing comedians on the show here, I forget what year it was, but we were bringing on, TJ Miller, that group of people, everybody in Chicago who's out in LA now, that was the group. You had TJ Miller out here, Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Had all those guys. And so they would come on the show. And then when they moved, we had, the next generation of comics come on the show. And they all share a common sickness, the comedians. I feel that they share a personality trait. And that trait has something to do with getting on that stage night after night and bombing for the first 4 or 5 years, over and over again. Now, I've tried stand-up many times, and when you go up and you don't do well, you go, this is retarded. Who the fuck would want to do this again? So to have this brain where you go, I need to do that again. I need these laughs. And you know what? It's not about, I can't speak for every comedian, but I would say 95% of comedians, they're not going on stage because they have something important to tell you. They're going on stage because they need the laughs. They need the applause.
It's extremely selfish. It's extreme, and that's the problem with a lot of these comics who pick an agenda and pick a side, whether it's right or left. You're like, guys, let's stop pretending that you have a fucking bigger message. You want to get your dick hard off of laughs. You want to fuck a chick after the show. You want to make a lot of money and have nice things. This is why we all do it. Now, if you can have a message or have something important to say within that, I think it's great to do that. But let's get real. We're all just narcissists.
Yeah, I just it starts off okay. You can tell that there's people, settling in still to the show, and it's like 10 minutes in where somebody's like, you know, when someone's at a table and they're like, yeah, we should. I mean, the guacamole dip's good. And you're like, what? So I did one of those. I'm like, what was that? And he's like, yeah. He says something. And then I say something snappy back to him. I'm like, you know, I don't know. Why don't you, there's something about like a dog group there or something. And I was like, well, why don't you put your head in a bowl like a fucking dog would or something? So there's 2 groups there having holiday celebrations for like their work.
But they don't know each other, these 2 groups.
These 2 groups, but one is a group of 60.
Oh, shit.
And one is a group of 80.
Damn, okay.
And one of those 2 groups is also doing a fundraiser as part of the show. They're going to do like some type of giveaway and like some type of, what's it called? Like a bidding, you know, like auction.
Yeah.
To raise, and that's the dog thing. One of those groups has that too. So as it's starting to go, like as you're like, this is starting to go south. It's like the group that wasn't related to the first guy starts to go like, what's going on? Like, and then they start to get, I'm like, let's put this back on the tracks and just go to material. And at the time I'm like, that's the thing to do. And dude, like, you can't. Like I start doing like a bit, it just feels disingenuous. You're like, people here are upset, they're starting to say shit, and then just like that, out of nowhere, so the feature act was black, and this first person goes, bring back the black guy.
The black guy.
Yeah, and then other people are like, that's a good idea, bring him back. And they start like, bring him back. And then they're like, you fucking suck. And then they're just going, boo! Like that. And I mean a parade of boots.
50 years ago, they had you upside down with a fucking fork up your ass. You can talk, you brain now, motherfucker. Blow his ass out. He's a nigger. He's a nigger. He's a nigger.
Oh my God.
A nigger, look, there's a nigger. Ooh. All right, you see? It shocks you to see what's buried beneath your stupid motherfuckers. What was it called for? It's not called for you to on my ass, you cheap motherfucker! You guys have been talking and talking and talking. I don't know.
This guy's going
What's
nuts.
the matter? Is it too much for you to handle? Is that coming? They're gonna arrest me for calling a black man Camino. Shit. Wait a minute, where's he going? Cracker ass? Calling me cracker ass, nigga? Oh, you threatening me?
What's he was son?
Oh, it's a big threat. That's how you get back at the man.
That was real call for.
Wait a minute, he's not going, is he?
You're just not funny. That's why you recheck. Never had no show, never had no movie. Seinfeld, that's it.
Oh, I guess you got me there. You're absolutely right.
Who's the best stand-up that's a bad podcaster?
The best stand-up that's a bad podcaster?
On other people's podcasts?
Anything at all, just in general. Because I know he's got one in his head.
Burr's great on his own podcast.
Yeah.
But when he goes on other podcasts, sometimes he shuts down.
First of all, he shuts them down.
Yeah, he shuts them
I mean,
down.
you watch Theo Vaughn and...
oh, yeah.
What's
yeah, we weren't allowed to talk about that when he was a guest here.
H3, dude?
What is it?
H3.
H3, that's his name, yeah.
Oh, my God. He went on, like, antidepressants.
He ate him alive. Yeah, dude, he had to go to another... he had a therapist. He had to go to a separate therapist.
Theo?
No, the fucking... What's his name, dude? You said it?
I don't know his actual name.
It's called H3. It's like one of the most popular podcasts in the world. It's this guy and his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And Burr went on there, and Burr murdered this guy.
And it was hilarious, though?
Well, here's this kid, because his mannerisms are like this. You gotta watch it, dude. You should put up a clip or something for your
we'll
guests
put it
to
up.
watch
Yes.
because he does this. He does like here, you're Burr. Do Burr to me, and I'll go. So like watch watch.
I'm Bert. Like, yeah, you fucking nice sweater, dude.
Yeah. Well, do you think? What are your thoughts about? Well, okay. Do you think comedy is is getting a little scary now?
You're brutal.
All right.
You're just brutal.
Well, are you? I don't know,
Dude, you're brutal.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you?
Dad gush over you?
I mean, I was too little. Yeah, no, my dad actually at work did. At work, that's when I learned, like, oh, my God, yeah, he really likes us. But when he came home, yeah, he was cracking the whip. How's your bed made? You do your studies? Well, why not? You know, it was that shit. And he also had a zillion kids, so, I mean, yeah.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
Yeah,
somehow
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it. Is there any way you can cut this out? I'm honest, dude. Like,
Seriously?
Yeah, no, dude. There's fucking lunatics out there.
Okay.
Whoa.
Off the air, I'll tell you.
All right.
Jeez. I love how surprised he is. Jeez.
Well,
There's
you can
actually-
mention the
there's
amount.
absolutely crazy people out there.
Yeah.
So you were getting an IV because...
Oh, that, by the way, wait till I tell you what happened. That backfired on me big fucking time.
Why? Why'd you need it, though?
Let's start with Ari slipping me Molly.
What?
Let's start there.
You slipped a Molly?
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How much?
It's enough.
Interesting.
How did you do it?
Where was this?
It was at his house.
It was
at
at my
his
house in
podcast.
front of my children.
Oh.
We had a shot
It's in a
before.
safe
We had a
place.
shot before we started. I had to empty out a capsule and fucking put it into a shot.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
No, it wasn't.
It was great.
It was not.
You're making me go on this fucking stupid shit.
Yeah, Joe, what kind of sociopath are we friends with? He did it to punish me.
Because I have to be sober. You don't give up Molly. You're only giving up alcohol.
I don't,
and
I
weed.
don't do Molly because I just got back from the doctor and he said, hey, it's time to get healthy.
I agree.
And so, yeah.
I agree.
You don't think it's fucking crazy that you would do that?
A bit. Yeah, it's
You're
a
not
bit
doing it
crazy.
to like your fucking college roommate. You're doing
Did
it
you
to like,
even get the Molly tested? Like, where are you buying this Molly?
I've done it from my favorite Molly dealer. It's
and
great
you just
Molly.
spiked
It's
his
great.
drink?
Yeah. Yeah.
High blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Emptied out 3 guys. You're all talking
I would
about
want
what
to
ifs.
kill you.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
fucking want to kill you.
He wanted to for about 10 minutes until
I
the
wanted
Molly
to-
kicked in, and then he was fine.
How
fun was it? Let's talk about the positives.
It's Molly. It's fucking. I had to fly that night. I was on a fucking plane going like, when's this gonna fucking stop? Because I didn't know that orange juice kicks it back up. So I'm drinking
Orange juice kicks it back
vitamins
up?
for C.
I don't know.
You drink a lot of orange juice generally?
On the fucking plane, I'm drinking, trying to get hydrated because I'm on fucking Molly. And so I'm drinking Tito's and orange juice.
Wait a minute, you're drinking Tito's while you're on Molly?
Hey, Joe.
Joe,
I didn't
party's
pick
out.
Molly.
Party's
Okay,
in.
I didn't pick the Molly.
But you already knew you were on it.
Yeah, and I was having severe panic attacks because I'm like, I don't do Molly, and I'm thinking that kid died from Molly in
Which
Mexico. That comedy writer.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it was that.
He died from Molly, and I'm sitting there
That was
going,
just a story.
I'm 46, I got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, I'm on pain, I'm on meds.
It was great. He noticed how great his wife looked, and he was like, she's awesome. I've got a great wife.
Yeah, I was definitely
He's looking
on
out
Molly.
through the window.
Like you're,
Do you do this a lot? Do you
No.
spike drinks?
I've never done it before.
Really?
Yeah. The first time.
And what made you fucking want to?
Well, because I don't really want to do the sobriety things.
You mean for the
So
month?
you just
For the month.
forced him to do a
So,
drug?
yeah,
a
so
hard
he's
drug?
doing it for me. Yeah, a fun, hard party drug. We had a
Would
great
you do
time.
that to Tom? Or would you only do that to Bert?
He said he'd do it to you.
If this
would do it
podcast
to
was
me?
yesterday, then yeah, you would have all been dosed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I said to him, you
Probably
would not
acid.
do this to Joe, and he goes, 100% I would.
Yeah, if
I
this
was like,
podcast was yesterday,
"Bullshit."
it wouldn't have broken up sobriety.
But
Once
why
I got
would
the
you,
idea in
why
my
would
head,
you do that when you just offer it to us?
Yeah, why would
Yeah. Why the
he
spike?
wouldn't take it. No way he'd take it. You, I could offer it to. You're a fucking grown up. To this child,
You're not a grown up.
But how mad would you be if you got spiked?
I'd be very mad.
If you were at your house, it was your
I
last.
have something to do. The problem is if you have something to do that's out the window.
you were good.
Thank you.
We were planning on
Gotta
getting
fly.
drunk at the podcast.
I was,
said
having,
we're gonna
I was
get
planning on
bombed.
having a couple drinks with you and then getting you out of my house, having dinner with my children, relaxing, getting on a plane, and going on tour. Instead, that's scrap.
You had so much fun. I don't believe your fake anger.
That's a real
there's
weird
no,
one,
There's
Ari.
no fake anger in this.
That's
I
a
was
weird one.
Here's what I did. Was
I'd like to be on your side with this, Ari.
Thank you. I
I don't
appreciate
think
it.
I
I
can.
appreciate it. End of story. Thank you.
No, he said
He said he's not
No,
on your
I
side.
heard, that's not what I heard. He said how much he likes being on my side.
Look, I would like to be on your side too, but I would be enraged if
He
you
called.
did that to me.
He said I'm going to call Tom. He's going to be really mad at you. I'm like, there's no. Tom is going to die laughing instantly. And he goes, no, he's going to be mad at you.
How many times have you done Molly?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. No, none. Zero. Yeah.
You?
A couple. When I was a kid.
Yeah.
Did ecstasy.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so
I've never done Molly.
Yeah.
I've never done Molly.
Molly's just pure ecstasy.
Yeah, I've never done Molly.
It's way better. It's better for you.
Have you?
Yeah, once.
Like you put the powder in your lip, or
Just took pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Joey. How are you? It's very nice to see you. We're emailed this many times throughout the night. Holy shit, Mike. He's addressing you. Although I gotta say this, he's refused to use our name. Hey, Joey, come on, man. They always do this. They will not give the name, which is telling, huh? You know, Anthony Cumia never wants to give the name. All these people. I'm not going to say his name. God forbid. Why? Why not?
If we suck so bad.
If we're so horrible, we're so pathetic, what are you worried about? Your friends or your fans are going to go check us out and leave you for us? That never happens. Oh, it actually does happen quite often.
In Jersey, he knows who it is. He listens to the podcast. He hooks me up from time to time.
Wait a minute. I can't believe there's a guy in Jersey who listens to the podcast who mails you Xanax bars?
Yes.
What the fuck, Joey?
He's got them right beside him on the desk.
Really? That's kind of nuts.
But again, then I got my boy, one of my boys in Jersey. He knows who it is. He listens to the podcast. He hooks me up from time to time with those bars.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Xanax.
The Xanax bars. Okay, so I wake up the other morning.
There we go.
After
Now it gets
Louis C.K. thing, like 2 days later, and some guy sends me a message. Hey, man, fuck this dude that's talking shit about
that's
you.
bullshit.
So I didn't know who the dude was. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
So again, I wake up the next day. I don't hear nothing. Then yesterday I go online and there's this big thing. Joey Diaz is on Xanax. I caught him. I go, this is interesting. Finally.
We got him. Now, this is a good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I go on the other day. I see this big thing. Joey Diaz is on Xanax. We got him. That sounds like me. We got him. But listen to this. This is the part that really stuck with me. I've only viewed this once, and I started around right here. So we're going to kind of be seeing it for the first time together. But I remember this part in particular, and I think it's really telling. Listen to this.
Wake up the next day. I don't hear nothing. Then yesterday I go online and there's this big thing. Joey Diaz is on Xanax. I caught him. I go, this is interesting. Finally, somebody called me out. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. I want you to remember this. This is interesting. Finally, someone calls me out. I wonder where Joey's anxiety stems from. Could it be the years of guilt that have bubbled up into his big gut from all the bad things that he's done that he's never been called out on? You know, it seemed like Joe Rogan, kind of got Joey Diaz famous. And Joey knows he did a lot of bad stuff in his past. He sold drugs. He's Me Too'd all these women. Kidnapping. And this is all stuff that he's told us.
She's lucky she paid $100. I had girls sucking my dick and giving me coke from Chewy. You think I'm fucking kidding you? Fuck yeah, you gotta suck my dick to get up in the belly room. I'll make a call for you. That's the fucking gateway into coming to Hollywood. Everybody knows that.
How many girls did you have do that?
Oh, 20 of them. I had this little blonde open mic chick dog that used to come up to the Comedy Store with a 20 and just take me up to the belly room and suck my dick, then go do her set. She was tremendous.
Wow.
She finally freaked out. When she got to Hollywood, bro, she was beautiful. And when she left, she had dirty fucking, her nails were dirty. And then a year later, she wrote me a letter to the Comedy Store. You cocksucker, you broke me. I kept shooting sperm balls in her fucking ear bar. Every time she went down, vaya pa la pinga.
Actor comedian Bill Cosby, who has now spent his first full day behind bars after his sentencing for sexual assault. The man once known as America's TV dad is now an inmate. He's inmate, in fact, 7687. He'll spend at least 3 years at this new Pennsylvania maximum security prison in a small cell for now.
He's one of the biggest names in comedy, successful in just about everything he's done. But Louis C.K.'s accusers say he abused his power to commit sexual misconduct.
The 6-time Emmy winner is best known for edgy comedy.
Men can whatever, we don't care.
Ripped from his own life.
That I'm in a constant state of agitation.
Now Louis C.K. faces serious sexual misconduct accusations. Comedic partners Dana Min Goodman and Julie Wolof telling the New York Times in 2002 they were invited into the comedian's hotel room for a nightcap. He proceeded to take all of his clothes off and get completely naked. Started masturbating. Goodman says, we were paralyzed.
We've all as men at one time or another Me Too'd somebody. That's how you learn not to be a Me Too'er, is by Me Too'ing somebody one time. And then you go, that wasn't right, and then I'll never Me Too again.
But hold on a second. How did it come out? Like, how did they...
The
Parents.
boy's mother ended up finding it.
Finding it? What do you mean? It Snapchat goes away, right? How they...
He probably saved it. You can screen record, take screenshots.
Wow.
You got to know that that's going to happen. Some people do.
I got a question for you. Who's more raw than this? Fresh out of the shower, you see me with a wet head, and I don't give a fuck. But let me tell you how much even more raw I'm going to be. I'm going to give you my number right now, 818-239-7087. Text me. Or you don't even need to type it in your phone. You can go over to my profile, and you can click the text button, and then you can text me from there. That's how raw I am. What the fuck's more raw than this? To literally be stepping out of the shower, wet hair, and do an Instagram video? And then also give you his number? What? What the fuck? You'll see, man. You'll see.
You know, Chris D'Elia he's the embodiment of the dark arts. And people know it. And he knows it. If you put your ear up to Chris D'Elia's hand, you can hear a bunch of bullshit.
Devastated and enraged, Whitney Cummings is speaking out about the allegations against Chris D'Elia. In a Twitter post on Sunday, the actress who worked with Chris on her NBC show Whitney wrote, "It's taken me a couple days to process the information I have learned about Chris. I'm devastated and enraged by what I've read and learned." Whitney added, "This is a pattern of predatory behavior. This abuse of power is enabled by silence. Now that I'm aware, I won't be silent."
I was thinking about this the other day. You know who cannot stand me? No. You know who you can't mention my name around? Chelsea Handler.
Oh, she's the worst.
The first time I met Chelsea Handler, I went off on her in a sexual way.
You tried to fuck her?
She was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous. I knew that at that time she was doing drugs.
Yeah.
She was opening up for Dave Attell. I was fucked up on drugs.
Did y'all ever fuck?
No. What, are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking crazy? No.
I don't think it's crazy with fuck someone. I think people fuck each other.
If I'm telling you, you can't mention my name around her. I went to that black club.
She still wants to fuck you?
No, bro. Stop trying to be funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
There was no fucking involved. I was a fucking asshole to her. We were doing that dumb black club on fucking...
J-Spot.
No, the other one.
Union Station.
Beverly Boulevard. Up down the block from the chicken place. This had to be 1998, bro. And I was out there every night with a package. You know, and I'm at the store.
You were geeked up.
I'm geeked up, luring bitches with coke and shit.
Yeah.
And I go to
she's there.
And I go to the comedy unit to do a spot. And I see Chelsea Handler looking finer than a motherfucker.
Did she have big breasts then? Or
in 1998, Chelsea Handler was fucking banging. So we start talking. She tells me she's very sweet to me.
Yeah.
She tells me what her credentials were. And not 6 minutes into the conversation, I'm like, let's get a rock and coke. And let me eat your pussy and shit. And her face turned pale.
Really?
And she's crazy as it is, but I knew that I had done something wrong. And then 3 months later, she was dating a friend of mine. And I went to a
black guy?
No, a white guy. And I went to a party and saw her. And the look she gave me was just horrid.
The only way you learn how to the only way you learn how to not be a Me Too'er is by Me Too'ing. You shoplifted candy when you were a kid, right?
Yes.
And your mother told you smacking you because that's not right. Same thing with Me Too'ing. This LA is a fucking... Me Too was invented here. They fucked Marilyn Monroe to death. They fucked her to death. Her vaginal thing looked like that fucking embassy in Tehran, whatever they bombed.
What was that famous Fatty Arbuckle case where there was a.
That's just disgusting people out here.
Yeah.
This is, you know, between the Big Rom documentary, did you see that one?
I didn't see that.
That filthy fucking animal getting women to suck that fucking 90-degree weather 6 yoga session dick. That's just cruelty to animals. You could put you in jail for just sucking that dick. You know, Harvey, all that shit happens here. But as us, as men, we all Me Too somebody when you were a kid by mistake.
Change yourself, and we'll never do that because the dollars now, it's everybody wants $1 and a toy. Everybody's got a cell phone that'll make pancakes and rub their balls, so nobody wants to rock the boat. Nobody wants to change. Don't change anything. And we're in a nice downward glide. I call it circling the drain. That's what I'm going to call my next book, Circling the Drain. And the circles get smaller and smaller and faster if you watch a drain. If you watch a sink empty, and we'll be gone. And that's fine. I welcome it. I wish I could live 1,000 years to watch it happen from a distance so I could see it all.
Does it depress you?
No, it lifts me up. It lifts me up because I gave up on this stuff. I gave up on my species, and I gave up on my fellow Americans. I gave up on my countrymen because I think we squandered great gifts. I think humans were given great gifts. Walking upright, binocular vision, opposable thumb, large brain, making tools. Make tools, large brain, make better tools. Talk, have to like language. You take this, put in here. We learned language, the brain got bigger, language. We grew. We had great gifts, and we gave it all up for both money and God. God and mammon, both. We gave it up to the high priests. It's your job. It's God's will. That's what they say. People say it's God's will. That means God can do anything he wants, so why pray? They say, you pray for something. Okay, he didn't answer my prayers. Well, it's God's will. Well, if it's God's will, why did I even pray in the first place? He's going to do what he wants anyway. We gave it all up to superstition, primitive shit. With invisible man in the sky looking down, keeping track of what we do, make sure we don't do the wrong thing. If we do, he puts us in hell and we burn forever. That kind of shit is very limiting. It's very limiting for this brain we have. So we keep ourselves limited, and then we want a toy and a gizmo and gold, and we want shiny things, and we want something to plug in that'll make big things for us. And all that shit is nothing. It's nothing. We gave it all up. And Americans, who also had great gifts, when you take the theory of democratic rule, self-government, okay, they started off wrong. They owned slaves. They didn't let women vote. They didn't let people who didn't own land vote. Fine. They got off on the wrong foot. But the ideas were good. But we fucking blew that. We polluted it. We polluted it with this stuff, things, material goods, games, gizmos, toys, gadgets, having possessions. He's got a bigger truck. He says, see his truck? It's bigger than mine. I'm getting a new truck. Here's a big truck. Oh, I'm getting that one. That's what, you got a video in it? You DVD too? He don't have a DVD. I got a DVD, you know. Oh, please. Whatever happened? And all of that is what happened, you know? And that's why I'm divorced from it now. I see it from a distance. I give myself a divorce. I said, George, emotionally you have no stake in this. You don't care one way or another. So watch it. Have fun. You know what? I say it this way. When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat. And some of us get to sit there with notebooks. And I'm a notebook guy. Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see what he just... And I watch the freak show, and I get my notes, and I make up stuff about it, and I talk about the freaks. And the freaks are all humans, and they're like me, and they're all the same. We're all the same. I'm not better. I'm not different. I'm just a part now.